Hey, this is Dave Black with Omega Bones Gourmet Dog Bones and Treats. We're looking to offer your dogs with affordable, fun, alternative treats.
I won't be defined by your dreams, committed to my goals, yeah. Gotta do my own thing, keep up the hustling. I won't be defined by your dreams, committed to my goals, yeah. Gotta do my own thing.
Hi, welcome to Hustleburg. Thank you for sharing your time with us as we chat with entrepreneurs here in St. Petersburg, Florida. We talk about how they got started, how they built their business, and how they serve our community. I'm Brett Bittner, and I'm the host of Hustleburg, and I started Beyond Your Side Hustle because I found that most entrepreneurs lack the time and expertise to build their own digital marketing strategy and still get results. As an entrepreneur here in St. Pete myself, I love meeting and talking with fellow small business owners about what they do and sharing that conversation with you. Now, you may have noticed a few changes with the podcast lately. One of the biggest is that we're now doing video. So if you're only listening to this episode, whether it's on your favorite podcast player, radiostpete.com, or Sunshine 96.7 FM, please know that this episode and all future episodes are available for you to view on YouTube and beyondyoursidehustle.com. Just visit beyondyoursidehustle.com/YouTube to subscribe or to watch your favorite episode of Hustleburg. If you find anything of value in this episode, I encourage you to subscribe. And if you would, also rate and review the episode as well, because it sends us the right signals to know how the conversations add value for you. Finally, if you're interested in being a guest in an upcoming episode and you own a small business here in St. Pete, let us know by visiting beyondyoursidehustle.com/podcast guest. So David, Crystal, why is it that you are helping people give their dogs smoked bones and treats? And you mentioned alternative treats. So tell me what's going on there and why it is that you guys are doing this, why you are helping pet owners help their dogs.
Well, essentially, we have 6 dogs of our own. And what we found, some of the food and some of the treats that we were feeding our dogs, a lot of times you don't know the shelf life of those treats. A lot of times you don't look at the ingredients in those treats. And, we found a lot of health problems with a lot of our customers with their pets, allergies, skin conditions, things like that. And since we own so many dogs, we thought, why not bring what we give our dogs to the market?
Now, what is it that makes you different from other dog treat companies? What is it that you're doing differently that you noticed that you wanted to fix in the products that you offer?
Not to dismiss any other, pet treats or, dog food companies. But, we brand ourselves on the freshness of our product, the variety of our product as well. We have, from anywhere from dog bones down to duck heads. And we want to give alternatives to our customers and to dog owners, besides the things that they find in, local retail stores that, they're used to buying their pets.
Now, what was it that inspired you to start this business here in Pinellas Park? What was it that you were doing before? What kind of background do you have to jump into this endeavor?
Well, my background is sales, and the reason why my wife and I started this business was our Rottweiler Omega that passed away in roughly, I think it was 2017, of a heat stroke. And some of the things that, we were feeding him, we were doing ourselves anyway, but we wanted to just start, giving our pets healthier things than what we were feeding them before. I like to cook, so it just gave me the opportunity to combine, my passion for cooking and also, what I feed my dogs.
So who would you describe is the ideal dog for an Omega Bones dog treat?
Honestly, as long as your dog has a mouth, that's the idea. We have treats for, big dogs, We have treats for small dogs, medium dogs. We also have, treats for dogs that, may have, be older. They don't have their teeth, things like that. So any dog is our ideal customer.
Now, are there any resources that you have at your disposal that are helping you guys build this business? Are there any books that you've been reading, podcasts you've been listening to, business coaches, courses, anything like that that are helping you to succeed?
Yeah, obviously, a lot of research, reading books, podcasts like yours, listening to other business owners, small business owners, learning, listening to some of the mistakes that they've made, and try not to duplicate it for your business. So I would say books. Obviously a lot of research on the internet, and honestly, a lot of it comes from our customers as well. Feedback from our customers on things that we should be trying or things that we should be offering or want to offer.
Now, when you take a look at the dog treat landscape, what is the most common mistake that people make when they are buying treats for their pets?
Personally, I don't think it's necessarily a mistake. I think people are conditioned to buy certain treats and not think outside of the box as far as different treats that they could be feeding their pets. And we were in the same boat. Ordering subscriptions to certain companies. I won't mention their name, and a lot of times those treats just sat on our kitchen table and the dogs never ate. You know what I mean? So we don't want to buy something just to buy it. We want to buy it and know that our dogs are going to love it.
Now, what is one thing that you would like every member of the Hustleburg community to know about what it is that they're giving their pets to eat?
One thing I would like them to know is just think outside the box sometimes with some of the treats that you're offering your pets. There are other alternatives, not just our business, but there's other businesses out there as well that offer healthy treats, homemade, human grade treats as well. So just think outside the box and give other things opportunity.
Now, you mentioned alternative treats. Tell me a little bit more about the alternatives that we may not be thinking of. I know that, some people, they say, or they think dog treat, they think like a milk bone.
Yeah.
That's as big as they go in terms of what they're looking for. What would you say is something that is outside the box that they should probably be considering?
Some of the products that we offer, like the chicken feet, we smoke those, dehydrate those. We also have duck heads, which a lot of people are they're kind of creeped out at first, but we're there to explain to them, some of the benefits of all of our treats that customers may have questions about. So things like that, the duck heads, the chicken feet. We have a variety of treats that we offer. We also do the chicken patties, which have blueberries, carrots, rosemary, flaxseed in them. We also have the Omega burgers, which are ground chuck, brown rice, pumpkin, flaxseed, and rosemary. And everything that we offer to our customers, we don't add any preservatives or additives. We just came out with a new product, which was supposed to be a seasonal product for Thanksgiving, which are Omega turkey balls, and they've really, really taken off. Those are ground turkey with apple, squash, flaxseed, rosemary, and we wrap it in bacon. And that's been our number one seller here lately. And so we decided to keep it on the menu.
That's awesome. And that actually sounds really good for people. I mean, we're talking about wrapping stuff in bacon. I am already there.
Yeah. I've personally tasted everything that we offer to our customers.
Except the chicken.
So taking a look at the time that you've been a part of since you started Omega Bones, taking a look at everything that has happened thus far, people in the Hustleburg community know this. I don't like to describe what others describe as failures as such. I look at them as lessons. So what would you say is the most important lesson that you've learned thus far with Omega Bones?
I think one of the most important lessons that we've learned is, you can have a plan from, on your business to go from A to Z, but always be prepared for feedback, whether it's positive or negative. I think when we started this business, we didn't really, think about negative feedback. And sometimes in business, you will get feedback, and you can't let that kill your dream. You still have to keep going. You have to just correct it. Be accountable for whatever mistake or whatever the issue is, and move forward.
Yeah, it never feels like it's a straight line anytime in business as you're going from where you're starting to where you want to be. It feels like it's a very circuitous and often crossing route. And sometimes you're doubling back, or you feel like you're going backwards, but then that 2 steps back ends up meaning 10 steps forward. So I'm glad that you're seeing it's not as easy as you planned it to be.
Definitely. But it's been a fun experience, and we've grown a lot since we started this, because we started in our home about 2 years ago, and we actually started in Jacksonville, and we were going every weekend to Jacksonville to sell our product in Jacksonville. It went over really, really well. That was during the pandemic, when everybody was working from home. We were actually fortunate not to lose our jobs during the pandemic. And, we just started, thinking about other ways that we can secure our future. You know what I mean? So we started doing this in Jacksonville. Obviously, the Tampa area is our home. So, we did Jackson for about 6 months. And then, we was like, we can do this, at home. So we ended up, opening up a small spot at the Osmar's flea market. So we do that on the weekends. We were still able to keep a lot of our customers in Jacksonville after we left Jacksonville. And things have just been going really, really well.
That's fantastic, David. Thank you. What are some of the most inspiring things that you've had the opportunity to work on, both within the kind of pet treat community and the overall community at large?
As far as the pet treat community, we haven't. Well, I let Crystal elaborate that on a little bit with some of our collaborations. But okay. I know working with Metropolitan Ministries during the holidays, that's one of the things that we like to do. We've also been fortunate enough to sponsor a go-kart racer named Jacob Jennings. He races dirt track cars, go-karts on dirt tracks. Okay. We've been able to sponsor him, Empty Pockets Racing, and they race all over Florida. So we've been able to actually bring his parents on board with the Mega Bones as well. So they actually sell a lot of our product in Pasco, and that helps them, to continue his dream as well, to be able to, to advance in racing, buy his product, his tires, motors and things like that. So that's been really, really fun. And I'll let Crystal elaborate on the rest as far as the pet treats, because she handles our social media.
Okay.
Yeah. So as far as a lot of our collaborations and our business relationships are concerned, we like to be very fluid as far as who we like to work with. Obviously, the majority of it comes out of the Tampa area. Sure. A lot of our close business relationships also stem from Las Vegas, which is our second location. So for instance, Black Gray Bohemian is a business that pretty much is in the business of selling small handmade like jewelry, things of that nature. However, she does also do a lot of our graphic design for like the website, as well as our collaborations out of like Surf City, North Carolina with My High brand. We're actually working currently on a doggy bandana collaboration with them. So that'll be something to look out for. We just like to make sure that we're kind of dipped into all types of different avenues, so that we're not just kind of, a local mom and pop. We definitely want to make sure that we're out there, we're in everyone's face, we're, marketing ourselves accordingly. So it's definitely exciting to see how other businesses operate, get a lot of feedback from them. A lot of ideas stem from things that, get put on the table. And it's really fun to just work with other businesses and see what it is that we can do for them, and in exchange, obviously, what they can do for us as well.
Now, I'm glad that you mentioned the marketing aspect of things. What are some of the things that you guys are doing to build your brand, to make people aware of what you do?
Go ahead.
Well, we are actually going live, I believe within the next few days here on Saturday with omegabonesandtreats.com. So that's something to absolutely look out for. We're definitely focusing a lot on our Instagram following on both the West and our main Tampa account. Altogether, we're at about, I want to say, at roughly about 5,000 followers. We're obviously trying to exceed that every single day, trying to reach out to different folks, and just trying to, collab with other different businesses, as mentioned, so that we're able to, create more opportunities for ourselves as well as those businesses.
Now, when you take a look at Omega Bones and your wildest dreams, where is it that you want to take this, and what is it that you're doing to get there?
I think where we want to take the business is obviously to kind of keep it, more local and organic in these areas that, we've been fortunate to be in. One of the things that we want to work on is eventually having a retail location where customers can, get their treats. They're freshly cooked. Right? You have, all of our options plus more to come. We've been adding different things to Omega Bones and Treats as well. Merchandise. We also started selling our dog bowls and dog stands. So that's one of the things that we want to work on within the next year. And in order to get there, obviously, the collaborations, word of mouth, starting to do different events in the areas. We have an event coming up in Las Vegas, the Bulldog Derby. So that should be exciting for Crystal to do out there. So it's really just networking and collaborating. And, hopefully by next year, we'll be there.
Now, when you take a look at the time that you're spending working with Omega Bones, how much would you say you are working in the day-to-day of your business versus working on your business to develop and grow toward the goals that you just outlined?
Well, I know for me and my wife, and then Crystal can elaborate, it's really, every day from the time you wake up till the time you go to bed, working a full-time job as well. But, we don't really get a lot of downtime, especially on the weekends when other people are, playing or doing whatever. Those are our biggest busy times is on the weekend. It's busy constantly. So I would say half of our day is focused on the Omega Bones and Treats. And then, on the weekends, all day Saturday and all day Sunday.
For sure. Definitely. I want to absolutely agree on that. It's 100%, like in and on working on the business and working in it. I think a lot of it, a lot of being in it would be with David and Sarah. A lot of working on it, behind the scenes would probably be myself. Just trying to make sure that, all T's are crossed and the I's are dotted to make sure that everything is easy and works smoothly. And it definitely is an all-day grind. There's really no 9 to 5. There's no clocking in or out. It's basically just as needed, which is a lot of the time because there's a lot of tasks at hand. There's a lot of hats that we wear. There's a lot of functions and a lot of roles that we play as such a small business, but it is definitely fun. It's a growing experience.
Yeah, I describe it to a lot of the people who don't understand that when you are an entrepreneur, especially when you first start, there is no off switch. You are always, even when you may not be actually busy in the nitty gritty of what's happening, you're thinking about things that you want to have happen, and you're planning, and you're setting goals to get to where you want to be. And yeah, it's a 24/7, 365 kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, David, are you a native of St. Pete and Pinellas County?
No, actually, I was born in Delaware, Seaford, Delaware. I ended up moving with my parents to Georgia when I was around 9 or 10. Spent most of my teen years in Jacksonville. Then went to the area, and then in 2001, I came to the St. Pete, Tampa area. We left in 2012 to move to Las Vegas. with a company that I was working with at the time to open an office out there. And that's how I met Crystal. And then in 2015, we moved back to St. Pete, Tampa area.
Now, what was it that brought you here?
Actually, I like this side of Florida. I had never been to this side of Florida, even though I was, spent most of my teen years in Jacksonville. I had never been to the Tampa area. And then, when I had the opportunity to come here, it's like, yeah, Tampa's a great area. Tried Vegas out, but, Vegas just wasn't a fit for us. So we always come back home to Florida.
Now, when you aren't working, what are some of your favorite things to do in and around town?
Honestly, we're always working. When we get a chance, to do anything besides, working on our business, we look for other small businesses to support, whether it be from restaurants, purchasing product, entertainment, whatever the case may be. So we're big supporters of small businesses, even down to buying our vegetables from markets instead of, some of the big retailers. So we look for small businesses. Some of our things that we like to do, we have 6 dogs, Rottweilers, which we breed. So we spend a lot of time with them. Sometimes we may get to go fishing, but a lot of our times are with our dogs and working on the business. I don't know about Crystal.
That's pretty much all that, it's very time consuming as far as Omega Bones business is concerned. So even, on your leisure, you're always trying to, I personally like to network with folks to see what I can do, and ultimately for the business. So I don't really think there is an off switch, even when you try to have an off switch. Right. Yeah, so really, we're always just trying to be focused and driven to do more and to see, what other open doors and opportunities we're able to actually secure. So 2022, I think is going to be a good year for us.
Well, now taking a look at 2022 and beyond, what are some upcoming events, activities, specials, or offerings that you have that you want to make sure that the Hustleburg community is putting on their calendars?
Crystal can speak on that.
Definitely Bulldog Derby 3 is coming up mid-March in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the 3rd Bulldog Derby, but it is the 1st in Las Vegas. So we're very excited to be a vendor for that event. We are always, doing pop-ups in Las Vegas. They're obviously at Oldsmar. The majority of the time, as far as Omega Bones, Florida is concerned. We also have a location in Pasco County. So if you're not able to make it to Oldsmar, there's also a second location that you're always able to stop in at and check out our products.
And what are the days that you're at the Oldsmar market?
We're there Saturdays and Sundays from 8 to 4. We're always there on Saturdays and Sundays. We have a location there. We always do different sales. A lot of times we like to bring our dogs out there so customers can see our dogs as well. So one of the things that we're doing within the next month, this week, we're launching a website. So we're going to have a big sale. We're going to have some giveaways as far as free ice cream and things like that to customers that come out and see us for the official launch this weekend.
Awesome. Where is it that people can find out more? Where can they visit that website? And how can they connect with you in your preferred way or social media, whatever it is? How can people find out more about Omega Bones and Treats?
You guys can definitely check us out on Facebook at Omega Bones, Instagram at Omega_Bones, or Omega Bones and Treats.com. That would be the best way to reach out to us via social media. Or if you prefer to reach out directly, you can always shoot us an email, OmegaBonesFlorida.com.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to talk with me and share what's going on with Omega Bones and Treats with the Hustleburg community.
Thank you, Brett.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, you did it. You've just listened to Hustleburg. Hustleburg is produced by Beyond Your Side Hustle, where we help you craft an awesome strategy for your business and build a community that supports you today and in the future. We help budding entrepreneurs go beyond their side hustle and into the business they're dreaming of. If we provided you with something valuable with this podcast, please take a moment to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcast player, especially you Apple Podcast listeners. This is something that only takes a few seconds that will help us shine the spotlight on all the great businesses St. Pete has to offer and grow our community. Speaking of great businesses here in St. Pete, if you're a small business owner here and you'd like to share the story of your business with the Hustleburg community, please let us know by visiting beyondyoursidehustle.com/podcast guest. Did you know that at Beyond Your Side Hustle, we're helping small business owners reach ideal engagement on any social media platform with a free 3-week training by email? It's available for you at beyondyoursidehustle.com/3weeks. You can also find a link for it in the show notes. Start right now to learn how you can fix your feed to serve you, start engaging on social the right way, and create a community around you and your business. The opening music in this episode is Defining Your Dreams by my friend Rhymer Educator. I encourage you to check him out on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you listen to great music. Thanks so much for listening, and we look forward to sharing with you how we do business in the Burg.